welcome to in-depth section of Drishti IAS English. I am Aisha, and in today's episode we will be covering the topic that is fortified rice consumption. So basically the topic that is in news and that becomes important from the exam respect is what is fortified rice. So first of all, about the points of discussion, first we'll be looking at the news, then what is rice fortification or what is the process of rice fortification and what is fortification, then fortification initiatives that has been taken so far by the government, then what is the benefits of fortification or is the fortified rice consumption good for health or safe for health or not, and in the end prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from general studies paper 3, that is economy, and also from the health perspective. So the news that we will be discussing is what is fortified rice, why did Centre extend its distribution in schemes. So recently Centre has also extended the distribution of fortified rice under its scheme. And the second news is amid concerns, Centre claims fortified rice is safe for consumption for everyone. That fortified rice is not unsafe, it is absolutely safe for consumption. Before starting, Drishti IAS has come up with the IAS GS Foundation course for both prelims and mains in offline mode in English medium. So Indore, the batch is starting on 13th of November, Lucknow, the batch is starting on 16th of October, and Karol Bagh, Delhi, it is starting on 17th October. And if you have any and even the slightest of doubt, do give us a call at 8010440440. So the news talks about that the Union Cabinet has recently extended universal supply of fortified rice in all central government schemes. So it is not talking about the state government schemes, it is talking about the central government schemes, that the universal supply of fortified rice under the central government schemes is what will go on. So under the central government scheme, the rice will be supplied, that will be fortified rice, and they will also be providing free food grain under the National Food Security Act 2021 in its present form until December 2028. So free food grain will be provided until 2028. Then the aim is to address anemia and micronutrient deficiency through fortified rice. So this concept of fortified rice is what can be asked in prelims also, and very important from the mains. Directly the question can come that what are its benefits or what are its challenges, or what is this process, or how is it helpful, and why the government is extending its universal supply. So these kind of topics can be asked. Now what is rice fortification? So basically the word itself is telling that the process fortification is related to rice. And what is rice? Rice is one of the staple diets that we consume. So according to the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, that is FSSAI, which is country's top food regulator. So what FSSAI does is that whatever food we consume, so the ingredients that you see at the back of the packet of any food item is what the FSSAI regulates. So basically the FSSAI looks into whether any food item that we are consuming is according to the health standards which is set by the Indian government or not. So FSSAI, that is country's top food regulator, it has said, and it is also looking into the aspect of fortification. So what fortification is? So fortification is basically deliberately, it means intentionally and knowingly increasing the content of essential micronutrients in a food so as to improve the nutritional quality of food and to provide public health benefit with minimal risk to health. Like for example, imagine this is normal rice. This is normal rice, and intentionally and knowingly what will be done in these normal and average rice, or the normal rice that we consume, what will be done? That fortification will be done. And what will be done in fortification? micronutrients. Micronutrients will be added in the rice. Intentionally and knowingly, certain micronutrients will be added in the rice, and that is what is called the process of fortification. And the aim of this process of fortification of adding micronutrients to the rice is so that the vitamins level, the nutrient criteria and the minerals level in the rice and in the consumption of food, the nutrients level and the dietary substances increases and the food becomes more enriched for an individual. As in the last slide only I told you that the aim of the fortification is to address the problem of anemia and micronutrients deficiency in people, because as recently the global hunger index talks about that India's rank out of 127 countries is 105. It means that India, when it comes to food level, and is not performing well. So the fortification is deliberately increasing the content of essential micronutrients in the food. And then India has very high levels of malnutrition among women and children. So fortified rice will help women and children in dealing with malnutrition and the problem of micronutrients deficiency. Then according to the Food Ministry, every second woman in the country is anemic and every third child is stunted. It means anemic means that the iron quantity, the proportion of iron that needs to be maintained in the body of a female is low, and that is what is anemic. And fortified rice will help in increasing the micronutrients, and one of the micronutrients is iron. Then according to the NFHS 5, that is National Family Health Survey 5, it talks about that anemia remains a widespread issue in India, affecting children, women and men across various age groups and income levels. It means that anemia specifically in women, children, female children, girls, so these are the problems that India is facing. Then besides iron deficiency, other vitamin and mineral deficiencies such as vitamin B12, folic acid is also persistent among females and children also. The per capita rice consumption, if we talk about in India, is 6.8 kg per month. So rice is one of those staple food which is included, you can say, in almost every Indian's diet, if not every meal, then once a day or one time in 2 to 3 days. Like wheat, like pulses, so rice is also one of that dietary substance which is consumed by majority of the Indians. So if fortified rice will be given to the people, then the chances of intake of micronutrients will increase, and in females and children the iron, folic acid, vitamins and minerals intake will also increase. Then process of rice fortification. So if we talk about, then technologies such as coating, dusting and extrusion are available to add micronutrients to regular rice. So that is coating, dusting and extrusion. But in the case of fortified rice, the process which is followed is the extrusion process. And then fortified rice kernels. So the fortification is done in India through the process of extrusion. Then fortified rice is packed in jute bags, and you will always see a logo on those jute bags, and that logo will be +S, and the line fortified with iron, folic acid and vitamin 12 will be written on the packet. Then the FRK stands for fortified rice kernels. So FRK has a shelf life of at least 12 months. So shelf life is also fine. Then according to the ministry guidelines, around 10 kg of FRK must be blended with 1 kg of regular rice. So it is not that completely regular rice will be provided to the people or completely fortified rice will be provided to the people. Both fortified rice and the regular rice will be blended with each other and then given to the people under the public distribution system or the midday meal scheme, and this will be done in the proportion of 10 kg of fortified rice kernels with 1 kg of regular rice. Then according to the FSSAI norms, 1 kg of fortified rice will contain the following items. So 1 kg of fortified rice will contain iron in it, folic acid under it, and vitamin B12. So these three are the major micronutrients which will be present under the fortified rice, and these three are added keeping in mind the situation of women and children in the country, because anemia is one of the problems and the deficiency of micronutrients is also one of the major problems. So this will tackle the problem of undernutrition and malnutrition in India. So iron, folic acid and vitamin B12, and anemia problem will be resolved by the intake of iron majorly. And apart from iron, folic acid and vitamin B12, what all can be included is vitamin A, zinc, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B3 and vitamin B6. So these things can also be included. Then fortification initiatives so far taken by the government. So this includes the Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the year 2015 in his Independence Day speech. He said that the rice distributed under various central government schemes like the public distribution scheme or the midday meal scheme would be fortified by the year 2024. So the target year was 2024. Then in the year 2022, the center cleared a phased wise guidelines or set or plan to implement the rice fortification process. So under this 3 phases was done. So under the first phase, integrated child development service and the PM Poshan initiatives were covered by the year 2022. So this was phase 1. Then came the phase 2. So second phase, it extended the supply of fortified rice to public distribution system and other welfare schemes in aspirational districts under the states and 291 high stunting burden districts by March 2023. So 2022 was first phase, 2023 is second phase, then comes the third phase. And the third phase saw all remaining districts in the country get covered under the initiative by March 2024. So these are the 3 initiatives. Phase 1 2022, phase 2 2023, then came phase 3, that is 2024. Then the cost of rice fortification is around rupees 2,700 crore per annum. But even though it is expensive, but if once this will be achieved, what it will do is, it will also do a good social welfare. It will also good public, it will also good to the public health. It will also do good to the children in the country. It will also do good to the health of the females and the women in the country. So overall, this will be a very successful initiative by the government. Then benefits of fortification. So first of all, the benefits of fortification will be that the inculment of the micronutrients in the body of a female will increase, and also in the overall development of the children it will help. It will delve with the problem of undernutrition. It will deal with the problem of micronutrients deficiency, and it will also deal with the problem of malnutrition in the country with regard to the males, females and also the children. Then it will be effective, simple and inexpensive strategy to improve the nutritional status and health outcomes of populations. So the outcome that will be improved health of the nation will be much larger than the expense that will be spent on this process or on this initiative. Then the iron plays a crucial role in brain development and function of any children or any female or any individual. So that will also be improving with time. Then enhanced maternal and infant health. So the pregnant women will also benefit from this, and the health of the infant or children will also improve. Then regions where rice is a primary dietary substance. So in those regions, the people will be consuming the micronutrients in the form of rice. So the overall health of that region gradually and slowly will improve. So these are few of the benefits. Now in the end, a prelims MCQ, and you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section. So the question is, the rice fortification is a process of increasing the content of micronutrients, decreasing the content of micronutrients, or increasing the content of only iron, or none of the above. So give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time. Keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.